Hi everybody, Greg here from Motorsport Mind. And I just want to talk to you today about the three pillars of performance because it's a really important idea when it comes to looking at our overall performance and how do we maximize our performance when we go racing. What do we need to pay attention to that other people aren't that can give us the advantage when we go out on track? So the three pillars are the technical pillar, the physical pillar, and the mental pillar. And we can think of it as three kind of columns with performance sitting across the top. Okay. Now each of these columns has to be the same height or our performance is not stable. And it's something that lots of people will maybe pay attention to one of the columns or rather than all of the columns, or they'll pay attention to a couple of the columns. But again, if any of the columns aren't quite balanced, we're storing up problems for ourselves and inconsistency in our performance when we go racing. So let's look at each pillar of performance individually and what's involved in each one. So the technical pillar, the first pillar, is the hard skills. It's your racecraft, it's your knowledge, it's your ability to perform the things that you do on track, the things that you spend lots of time doing, whether it's on the sim, on track. It's your knowledge of your geometry, your mechanics, how things move, the machinery. It is the hard skills, the technical pillar, your ability to understand what's going on with your machine and give feedback to improve setup, your actual just driving skill, your braking points, your turning, how you get your apexes, your ability to learn tracks. These are your technical skills, and these are in the technical pillar. So what's in the physical pillar? Well, the physical pillar is your fitness, of course. You've got to be fit enough to do whatever it is that you're doing. You've got to be fit enough to be able to put in a good performance, fit enough to not get tired at the end of a race. So you've got to have that endurance. You've got to sleep well. You've got to make sure that your sleep is maximized so that you're ready to perform. You've got to recover well so that you're managing your energy across a race weekend. And you've got to make sure you're eating and drinking properly to get the best performance out yourself too. Then there's the mental pillar. That's where I work. And the mental pillar is probably the most forgotten one because most people kind of wing it. Most people just think, well, I'll get through the first two. But here's the thing. I could be the fittest driver or rider on the grid and I could have the best car or bike and have the most racecraft. I could be the absolute best person out there on the track. But if my head's all, and I'm distracted and I'm losing my focus and concentration and I'm thinking about other things and I'm worried and there's lots of mental noise going on, I can't put those things into practice. I'll end up going off at the first turn or making mistakes or something like this. So mental skills are this kind of foundation that allows you to get the best out of your physical performance and the best out of your technical performance. Because if I don't have my head in the right place at the right time, I can't take advantage of those other two things that I've worked so hard on to develop and perfect. So your mental skills are your ability to focus, concentrate, reset, your emotional resilience, your emotional self-management, how you can minimize the amount of mental noise in your head, how you can recognize when you're becoming distracted and losing focus, how you can recognize that mental noise and actually do things, systematic tools and strategies to minimize that mental noise. So if we work on all three pillars of our performance, our technical, our mental, our physical, so that our performance is stable, then we get consistency, then we get results, and that's when you get progress and improvement as well. So really focusing on your three pillars of performance is key. So think about your three pillars of performance. Think about your technical pillar, your physical pillar, your mental pillar. What things could you be doing to improve that pillar? To get it to its maximum so that all three pillars are balanced, so that you're getting the maximum out of each one. So think about your technical skills. What technical skills could you improve that would get it up? So maybe you're super fit, but maybe you lack a little bit of racecraft. Maybe your racecraft's absolutely spot on, but your mental skills, you notice you get distracted or your performance is inconsistent or erratic, it's up and down. Think about the different pillars and the different skills that you have in each pillar and how you could improve them. Of course, if you get any thoughts, any comments, any questions about it, of course, just get in touch with me and let me know. But that's the three pillars of performance. Break it down. Break down your performance into these three things and work out, okay, where do you need to make changes and improvements in each one? Do I need to do a little less of one to give a little bit more time to something else? Or have I got it balanced just about right, but I just need to make some small tweaks? So think about your 3 pillars of performance and how you can improve your performance and your results.